Hey, good day, folks. Welcome to another episode of Andrew's Life. Uh, I appreciate everybody tuning in to my videos, even though I haven't been doing my regular videos. I already told you about that. Next week, I will be back to doing those kind of videos where I do my normal driving around. But just to keep my channel relevant, I'm gonna try to think of something to discuss with you people for you people to engage in the comment section. I mean, some of you guys have given me some ideas that I like, and I appreciate that. Now, on this video, uh, I guess on this video, uh, I'm just gonna kind of tell you what I've been, this is kind of sort of a follow up of of the video I did yesterday. Now, today I'm feeling a lot better today. I mean, for starters, I'm feeling a lot better today. My body is returning back to normal. So I think whatever they did in the hospital was successful. I mean, my appetite is back. My energy level is a little better today than it was even yesterday. I mean, now today when I woke up, unfortunately, I was still unable to use my kitchen sink. So tomorrow I'm gonna work on that. But today I had to work on some laundry because I let it pile up a little bit because I was laid up in the ER. So, like today, I had to go to the laundromat. And, while I was at the laundromat, I got a text from a company that I applied for work in Alabama. And I got a little excited because, I like Indiana. I like the people up here. But at the same time, I'd rather be down there where it's a lot nicer. And I'm closer to other areas where, many people like to go for vacation. Because up here in the Midwest, there, at least in my humble opinion, there's not really a whole lot going on. There's not a whole lot to do. As where, now granted, in Alabama, it's not exactly part of USA Central in Alabama either. But, in Alabama, you're right by Florida. And you're right by Florida, Tennessee, Georgia. Plus within the state of Georgia, you go North Georgia, you got the mountains. And plus you got the mountains in northeast Tennessee. So, within an 8-hour radius of where I reside in Alabama, I can go, there's a lot of places I can go and have fun and live good on my days off. And plus, there's a lot of good places I can go and shoot some content that I know you guys would be happy to watch. I mean, I'm definitely going to go back to Tennessee and make some more videos. I'm going to do more Tennessee, more Georgia. I mean, I would like to, do some footage in Mississippi. There's so many places down south that I would like to go and visit, do videos, all that good stuff. And, honestly, I'd rather deal with hot summers than to be up here dealing with these super cold winters. And I gotta say, after the last couple of weeks up here, it all came back to me of why I decided to leave Indiana in the first place. And again, it's nothing to do with the people. The economy here is great, but sometimes, you know, you know, there's certain things that you need, that you want, that's beyond just the basics. If that makes any sense to you people. And I'm at the point of my life where I'm sick and after a while it gets a little old. Always, I don't know what kind of wording to use, but after a while it gets a little old. Always having to live somewhere because of, oh man, this place has got a good economy, but then when you get there, it's the weather is cold half the year. I don't know. I'm just to the point where I would like to enjoy the climate and the scenery. And if I have to take a slightly lower income, so be it. Not too low though. Speaking of which, I think I began to tell you this and then I kind of got off track. But while I was at the laundromat, I got a text from this company that was hiring, which I applied for about a month ago. So, we text each other back and forth, and it's a full-time position, and I don't really discuss wages because that's personal information. Now, if I was, it's personal information, so I don't discuss wages, but the wages of this job in Alabama is considerably lower than what I make right now for the same type of work as I do right now. Which basically I do maintenance work, so like I said, the wages for the job in Alabama is considerably less. So me and this fella, we've been texting each other back and forth, just because at this point I'm trying to negotiate the wages with him to see if he can bring the wages up to something that I feel is going to be acceptable. And I'm gonna let you all know tomorrow on what happens with that, because I'm willing to compromise a little bit of money to enjoy life a little more, but I'm not gonna do it to the point where I'm feeling as if I'm being extorted. I'm being taken advantage of. I ain't with all that. So I'm gonna see what it do tomorrow. So that's where I'm at with that. And I was a little surprised to get that text, because at this point I've damn near gave up on Alabama, because I just did. And then I got that text. So then when I got back to my house, I had to do a little bit of work to my shower, because my shower is, the pipe, the plumbing to my shower is located by where it's located close to the exterior of my house. It's inside, it's in the crawl space, but as cold as it's been, my shower pipe busted, so I had to work on that today. And so yeah, I got that done. And honestly, while I was doing laundry, I was just kind of sitting around, just doing some more thinking, because I mean, I do believe in living my life. I do believe in going after my dreams, but at the same time, I don't think I'm going to ever be the type of person that's just going to get up and go and do it and not have a plan while I'm doing it. Like, I've heard of people just quit their job, do what they do, whatever it's going to be, whatever. And, that's kind of sort of what I did last year. But, unfortunately, due to the gig economy, I had to, go back to a 9 to 5 because my YouTube channel is not big enough to where I can do that full time yet. So, yeah, I mean, so yeah, right now I'm just waiting to hear from this company and see what they're gonna tell me about my about the pay. And I've also thought about some other things, in concerns to my future, the future for my channel, for my life, because I figure there's a very good chance I'm gonna sell my house in Alabama, and I'm gonna sell my house here in Indiana, and buy something just a little better than what I have here in Indiana and stay here in Indiana. And then come winter time, I'll probably end up buying like a full-size van, rigging it up for full-size van drilling. And then for about 3 or 4 months out of the year, I'll just go somewhere out west, like to Arizona. And, and be there for the winter. I mean, go visit the RTR, go visit the Slab City in Southern California, all that. So, that's also a thought that I have too. And that would be something that I would do every year. Because I'm not trying to be up here in Indiana for another winter if I can help it. I mean, and then sometimes I also struggle with, okay, well, I mean, like at first, like the reason why I bought my house here in Indiana, and then I was going, and then I kept my house in Alabama was because initially I was wanting to snowbird in a manner to where, like, I'm up here in Indiana for about 5 or 6 months out the year, and then I spend the other 6 months or so in Alabama at my other house. But unfortunately, that's not how things have panned out at this particular point. And for those of you that want to own 2 houses because you got the money or you think you got the money, I'm here to let you know that owning 2 houses could be a headache. And it could be extremely expensive as well. And I'm experiencing that right about now. Which is the reason why, if I end up going back to Alabama, I'm going to most likely keep that house, and I'm going to sell the house I have here in Indiana because, to be quite frank, the house does need a little bit of work. And there's just a few things about the house here in Indiana that I don't really care for. And as far as the houses are concerned, I like my house in Alabama a lot better. The yard's a lot bigger. The house is laid out a lot better. And it's in far better condition. Now, if I sell my house in Alabama, I'm gonna sell my house in Indiana, and I'm gonna buy something, just a little better in Indiana. And I'm just gonna just go back to having one house, and then I'll have like a full size van built for whenever I wanna, travel somewhere and be there for, let's say, a month or two at a time. Or when it comes to this time of the year, I might go to Arizona, be there for 3 months, and then maybe I might do a month to where I travel through the southern U.S. and, visit and shoot some footage. 'Cause I think for me, it's going to be much more logical to do that as opposed to owning two houses. Because, that's just what I'm looking at right now, because I just don't see the logic of me owning two houses. I just don't see the logic. Because it's, like I said, owning two houses, it can get expensive and it could be a lot of headache. I mean, there's a lot of expenses that many people don't think about before they buy that vacation home. That you don't think about until you have the vacation home, and then at that point, it's like, okay, well, now you want to backtrack and now you want to sell one of your houses. And that's kind of the position that I'm in right now. So, in a nutshell, that's basically what's going on with me at this particular moment. That's what I'm thinking. Those have been my thoughts for today. Well, really, they've been my thoughts for way longer than just today. But I just thought I would just go ahead and put a quick video together and just kind of let you guys in a little bit on my life and what I'm thinking and all that fun stuff. All right, folks. I'm about to get in here and make a little bit of money. I'm sitting here in the parking lot of my job. So you guys stay blessed out there, and I'll catch you on the next one.